Iconoclash.
Hey, come on in, you gummy-toed gremlins. This is Iconoclash, where we sift through the clickbait carnage of viral beefs to find the dumbest drama this side of a Footloose-style TikTok dancey band. I'm Johnny Eldridge, your host, ready to hold your digital soul in a tender caress as we dive headlong together into a pool of falls and palls. Back on January 20th, 2025, Donald J. Trump was sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. Hell had frozen over, literally. DC was colder than a witch's tit. So they had to move the whole shebang into the Capitol Rotunda. First time that's happened since Reagan's inauguration in '85. Obviously the guest list was stacked. Former presidents, foreign leaders, business moguls, a who's who of celebs and influencers. You need a big wig for this shindig, but because of the venue swap, many of the invitees couldn't squeeze into the tiny rotunda for the actual swearing-in ceremony. Instead, they got shunted into the adjacent Emancipation Hall to watch on the Jumbotron. Among the voluminous luminaries were wrestler-influencer Logan Paul, because of course, and freshly lotioned comedian Theo Von.
You know, it was wintertime and I get pretty chapped out.
On episode 557 of his podcast, this past weekend, Von detailed a wild day of overnight flights, wardrobe changes in cars and public restrooms, and miles of trekking through a lockdown, ice-cold Washington, D.C.
10 to 30 degrees or 40 degrees or 34, 6, 7 degrees. It's not like no degrees, but it's like some degrees.
After attending to his chapped-out cheeks and donning his inaugural duds, Theo was grouped up with a crew of celebritants for their final move over to the Capitol. The gang included Kyle Forgard from Nelk Boys, John Shahidi from Happy Dad, NASCAR's Danica Patrick, boxing legend and occasional snack Evander Holyfield, future President of Ireland Conor McGregor, and the Paul brothers, Jake and Logan. Now you'd think any static that would have popped off would have lit up between McGregor and the Paul boys, but they were all giggle buddies. The real action would come at the Capitol itself, where Theo Von fell victim to his greatest opponent yet. But before getting body slammed by an inanimate object, the gravity of the moment genuinely affected the comedian.
You know, I was kind of in awe of the situation. You know, you're witnessing a piece of history and you get to be there.
Spellbound by American splendor and governmental decorum, Theo might have overlooked or underestimated the condition of the folding chair he'd chosen.
And my chair was bad. I had a bad chair. It was a chair that shouldn't be allowed to chair. They should check these chairs, right? So when I sit down, I had that fucking lean on me. You know what I'm saying?
Seated with Danica Patrick to his left and the brothers Paul directly behind him, Theo, swollen with the enormity of the event and with his center of gravity packed on the back of his head, proved too much for the integrity of the compromised chair.
At some point, my chair broke. It fell, right? I fell out. I don't know what to say. I don't know what happened.
Capturing the Capitol catastrophe was none other than Logan Paul.
Oh, it happened. It happened. I said it would. We gotta see here. We gotta see here. I got it on video.
Logan, drunk on chaos, can be heard cackling.
It actually happened.
As Theo scrambles to reseat himself between the Pauls, quipping,
Follow stairs.
Oh, dude, it was the worst, right? It was embarrassing. Oh, man. And Sam Altman looked at me, the guy who made AI, bro. He looks at me like, I was like, oh, God. Design me some way to get out of this embarrassment.
Never one to miss a few clicks, Logan posted the moment to X for the world to enjoy, and it immediately went viral with the caption, "Make chairs great again." The response might not have been what he expected, and fans got a little testy. Reactions immediately pointed the finger at the notorious prankster for setting Theo up in a bad way at a bad time. A view which Theo came to share is revealed when he reposted the video of himself with the caption, "Thought we was past the pranks, boys." While initially good-humored about the calamity, Theo's tone took on an understandably sour note, as the footage did appear to look like he'd been chunked for a cheap gag at his expense. After the backlash started rolling in, Logan clapped back with a follow-up video the following day to clear his good name.
Jake and I filmed the whole inauguration. I just trimmed that little clip and posted it because I thought it was funny. And by the way, it was funny, bro.
Doubling down, he turned the blame back on Theo.
Theo Von knowingly sat in a broken, busted-ass chair before the inauguration even started, and we even pointed it out to him. Danica Patrick saw it, Kyle Forgard from Nelk saw it, my mom saw it, everyone saw it.
Ever the heel, he had to maintain some heat.
Trust me, if I wanted to hurt you with a steel chair, I would do it.
After taking some time to process, Theo detailed his perspective of the situation.
I thought Logan and Jake were messing with me. They put a clip up, I fell out the chair, dude. The chair was faulty. But then afterwards, somebody said that they were fucking with the chair, you know? Part of my brain was like, did they do something with it to egg it on? And I should have just checked in with Logan about it, I guess.
Theo and Logan would end up speaking by phone to clear the air, and Theo would walk back his initial accusations. Spoke to Logan Paul this morning, and I believe now I was wrong about the chair carnage being because of anything they did.
They didn't do anything. They were recording, the chair fell, and it was ridiculous.
It was actually Theo who apologized, posting to X, "My apologies to the Pauls. I get super suspect when there's vlogging going on because it feels like you're being set up. Otherwise, had an honestly great time hanging out with them and their mom. Fair play." Logan also responded positively to the conversation, posting on X, "Respect to Theo," seemingly emphasizing the end of their drama. But maybe Logan should carry little consent forms when he's playing documentarian. Seems Theo was mostly annoyed with not having the video cleared with him.
Yeah, I think maybe part of me, I wish they'd have asked if they'd have put the clip of falling of the chair out or whatever, but in the end, it's okay. It's all good. You know, I don't have any ill thoughts towards him.
Ultimately, despite his fall from grace, the experience left Theo both humbled and grateful.
It was very magnificent and had like a Cinderella type energy and stuff. I'm just glad that I got to go to it.
So what do you think? Did Theo overreact and get caught up in the X-Mob's viral negativity? Should Logan have been more respectful of the situation instead of milking a viral moment at the expense of a pal? Or was the chair rigged to fail by former VP Harris, as some suspect? If nothing else, this incident proves that in a civilized world, a feud can erupt, play out, and resolve in the course of about 6 X posts. That's all for today, Feud Fiends. Catch us next time when we dissect another star-studded spat that'll make you glad you're not famous. Have a good day, even if your tin roof rusted. You know what I mean? That's your choice.
Like us, subscribe to us, submit to us. Until next time, Feud Fiends, this has been Iconoclash.